तेरे रंग तेरी पहचान है मुझे दीवारों पर जाने अपने ये रंग लहराने दे Nerolac Impressions दीवारों पर अपने रंग लहराने दो Nerolac
Thank you for being on my show. For having all these 3 films that you've been associated with, they've all been style statements as films, whether it is clothes, photography, sets, even as the subject, script, everything. So now what? For your next film, do you think, my God, it's such a big responsibility that Karan Johar's films are looked on upon as the most stylish films?
I think aesthetic is not really, I think if it's efforted, then it comes across that way, which is really, I believe, incorrect. I'm very well supported, I think, in my aesthetic field, whether it's with you in terms of costume, or it's with Sharmishta in art.
You're very particular. I have to say this. Once I go with this patchwork ghagra, very excited to Karan for Kajol, and I'm like, isn't this lovely? Karan is like, I don't like it.
Manish, I didn't want to burst your bubble there, so I'll tell you today on camera and on national network that was really awful. That
mean.
It was very, very, I mean, it really looked like, you know,
it was so nice. It was like my 4 days hard work, and I go with that ghagra, and he's like, it's not nice.
Well, even like, legends can go wrong, and you are one.
Really? And every film we've had one fight.
Yeah.
So in K3G it was that black gown for Kajol, which finally got cut, and then that lovely song in Egypt, which is which the saris and the ghagra thing, and in Kalonao, Preeti's white outfit.
Yeah, there's always that one outfit that kind of goes right.
But Kuch Kuch Hota, I don't think we had any problem.
We had many more. Yeah, you just
really?
don't remember.
But I have to say this, that as a director, even in Kuch Kuch Hota, you were super confident and super fun with. I mean, besides all these 3 films being my most dearest films, but they've also been work-wise the best films. We've had some great times.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think besides just working and delivering a certain product with, of course, with its finesse and everything else, I think it's important to have fun in anything you do. I think, and that always comes across on celluloid. I believe if a team has had a lot of fun, it shows on screen, and an audience catches that vibe, and you know that translates into box office business. So it's all part of the big game.
I remember in Scotland, one of the last song you're doing, the title song, was the last schedule. And one night, you were in your elements. I mean, you made us laugh so much. It was like, I just said that in your introduction, that you make all these films which on screen are so soulful and they make you cry. But off screen, you have the best sense of humor one can ever have. But tell me about the weight. I have to discuss this. During Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, both of us were really fat. But of course, being a true blue Punjabi, I love food. But in your case, your willpower is fantastic.
No, it has to be. You know, I have this big problem, and pun intended there. It is, I look at food and I put on a kilo. I mean, you know, that's one thing.
I've never seen you take a plate.
But that's because even when I stare at it, I put on weight. I'm a genetic disaster. I get that weight problem from my mother. And I've got all, well, I'm completely grey now. So it's L'Oreal that normally covers up the white edges. And
it's all the maturity of talent.
I don't want to look mature. I mean, my problem really is the same as yours. We have this youth fixation. I mean, you know, of course, I'm still 7 years younger than you, and you are. But I don't want to.
Can we go for a cut on this?
I don't want to tell anyone. But Manish, really, you don't look your age at all. But you used to.
This should be highlighted. I've never seen you take a plate. I mean, I don't think you like food.
I'm one of those closet eaters. You know, I don't eat in like public, you know, but I do eat. But yes, I've never been, considering the amount I eat, I should be looking like really skinny, but I don't. It's just a problem.
You have an amazing willpower.
Yeah,
amazing.
And I tried to initially kind of pass it off by saying that, oh, it's you know, it's just as they keep blaming thyroid for weight problems. I used to think that maybe you know, that was the issue. When I checked it, it wasn't. So it's just in my bloodstream. I don't know what to do.
But you know, Karan, as the directors, I think we should tell everyone that how, besides being so organized as a person, I think you're extremely organized. And whenever one is working on a film, one feels like if they do not deliver, it's completely their fault, because you're organized, you know exactly what's happening, I can't fool you in terms of anything. And of course, I also treat them as my friends.
You know, I came on this show to say some really nasty things about you, but you're being so kind to me that I'm having a bit of a problem, you know. So
why would you say nasty things to me?
Well, I felt like it was one of those days, but you know, you're saying such nice things to me. No, see, there you go again. You know, I mean, I think we should just get away and get rid of this youth fixation. You are nearly 40, and, and I'm going to be 30 anytime now. Yeah. So, you know, I think we should just face facts now. We're getting old.
But you'll always make young films.
I think
Because of minds, yeah.
I think being young or being youthful.
It's got nothing to do with the age.
Well, that's what most people who cross 30 say.
Yeah. So what do you think? So, what do you think now? What are you going to make next?
I'm producing a film which is far from what I've done before. It's Soham, who's an ex-assistant of mine and worked with Ram Gopal Verma. He's making a film which is a thriller, chiller, killer. I don't know whatever you call it. Starting now, releasing April next year. And I'm in the process of scripting something that I want to release again by the end of next year. What that is, I'm not too sure about.
So another stylish, glamorous, soulful film coming out.
I don't know. It's another film that will begin with the alphabet K. That's all I have on my plate right now. You know, it's all part of a larger picture, actually. It's all part of kind of observation. I think, you know, when you observe things, you observe people, what they wear, how they walk, how they operate, it kind of helps me even in the characters I create for celluloid. Yeah. I think it's, for me, I don't watch very many movies, contrary to popular belief. I watch very few. I don't read books at all. I observe people. What they wear, how they wear it, how they walk, what they are saying while wearing those clothes, the kind of characters they have. And I think I pick up from real life and really translates effectively into real life. So I think it's very important for me, or for any director, and you're going to be one now. And I just think it's very important to observe people, any aspect of that person. And I think for any filmmaker, it's very crucial.
You derive from day-to-day
So instead
life.
of observing your own self, you know, it's important to observe other people.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think both are important. But I have to say this, my decision to become a director is also thanks to someone like you, because being so closely associated to all the films and working with you all the time, and even, you know, like being there when you were scripting, or being there while you were shopping, or while you were shooting, it's a like really learning experiences, I have to say.
No,
so I have learned a lot.
No, and likewise, I really mean that. It's not that we're sitting here on this mutual admiration
I really
society,
mean
but
that
I
too.
just think that I find it very difficult to operate on a film without you. I'm so used to your opinion. And let me tell you, I like you on my film, not because of your positive energy and because of your expertise on film costume. These are the least things I need you there for. I take your opinion on the story and the screenplay and the structure of the film, and I think that's why I think you'll be a director of par excellence, because I think your understanding of the medium is tremendous. The fact that you can design clothes and understand Indian cinema costume wise is a huge plus, and that you do for me, and working without you is almost impossible. But I think your understanding the pulse of Indian cinema is what will help you as a filmmaker tomorrow. I think that is, and on your own show, let me wish you all the best.
Thank you. I'm feeling so good about this.